join their community. You can now actually mine your own Pi tokens by downloading their app on your phone, and then you just but not Apple, right? Because reward behind the mining process, so-called mining process. It was actually just a user engagement rewards for people getting the Pi mobile app and then getting some Pi tokens. It's not actually mining. It's the network has not even gone on mainnet, and therefore you can mine, you can verify transactions. There are actually non-transactions going on. You can just accumulate some Pi tokens on the mobile app by actively and consistently getting the rewards every 24 hours, checking up the mobile app, and then just claim your Pi tokens. Maybe later on you can trade your Pi tokens later on, right? And I think they have something more to do with the Pi network project. I think team has more to. They are ambitious actually. They are not. They have goals to make with the Pi network. They want to make something big. For example, if you check, let's check on the Twitter. Wait a minute. If you go to Pi Network's Twitter, and then you can see some updates there. So wait a minute.
I think we can I can add on about this.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Yeah.
I think it's more like the tokens that will be listed is more like a derivative on its own. Although people are actually trading Pi spot, it's more like.
You can now actually mine your own Pi tokens by downloading their app on your phone, and then you just but not Apple, right? Because Apple does not allow the installation of this software, unfortunately.
Yes, I think even for CalON as well, it's only for Android. It's not for Apple.
Yeah, same. I agree. Yeah. So another very heated topic, a heated project, is called out, right? And people are talking about it, and actually I dived into the called out white paper. I found it very interesting because it has something more to offer than the Pi network. As for the Pi network, I think their mission is not very ambitious when you compare it with the CalON's mission. They have a very sophisticated and also interesting Satoshi Plus consensus. I think we can talk about it, here. But let's just introduce the CalON project to our audience first. Yeah, the CalON project actually wants to solve the problem of the typical triangle problem in crypto. It wants to achieve scalability, want to ensure security, and also it wants to be decentralized at the same time. So typically, let's take an example of Bitcoin. Bitcoin is secure, however, it's not scalable. It's also decentralized, right? And often a typical project in the crypto space has to sacrifice one of the triangles, one point of the triangles for the other two. So in the example of Bitcoin, it sacrifices scalability, but it is highly secure and is decentralized. As for Ethereum, it's scalable now. It can do a lot of transactions, a few 100K transactions per minute per second, and then it's also secure, but it's somewhat less decentralized than it was before, because the validators were centralized and many made up by Lido, Coinbase, and the major stakers in the US and it sacrificed decentralization. So CoreDAO here wants to address this issue. And so therefore the trilemma, the problem of this typical triangle problem, the CoreDAO wants to solve it by proposing the Satoshi Plus consensus, which is very interesting because the Satoshi Plus consensus combines proof of work and proof of stake together. And at first I was actually a little bit puzzled because how could some model put proof of work and proof of stake together, and how does it work? It's very interesting. If you look at this chart here, it's a little bit sophisticated, but I'll try to break it down easily. So in simple terms, so the Satoshi Plus consensus tries to leverage the Bitcoin network. It tries to use the hash power of the Bitcoin network to secure the protocol, the blockchain of its own, and and it has to assign some validators here. It has a set of 21 validators to do the relaying of the hash power from the Bitcoin, and also to delegate the core to validator candidates, and they power the community and they power the blockchain, by having the two components together. And maybe Benz, can you share some of your thoughts on this, this consensus? Because I think it's a little bit complicated, and maybe try to break it down.
CoreDAO is trying to combine Bitcoin's proof of work and Ethereum's proof of stake together. And how it works is people can actually still use their phone to actually buy call on their phone. And from the call they mine, they can actually stake these call tokens by delegating these tokens to the validator, which is the proof of stake Ethereum network. So there's actually like two networks working hand in hand together. And from the Ethereum proof of stake, because users they delegate their